Families in the UK are shrinking. Most of us now have 2 or less. But some extraordinary families are bucking the trend.
I used to come home from work, knackered, and she'd say, I want another baby all the time.
Having 10, 12, or even 16 kids.
I think they'll stop having babies at 20, 30.
In this series, we get up close with Britain's biggest families.
My mum's crazy because she's had loads of kids.
From births to weddings, christenings to festivals, to everyday family life.
Some people say we're mad because we've had so many children, and there are times when I think they're absolutely right.
In this episode, it's one newborn baby in
Say shush, Belle.
and one grown baby out.
You know it's got to happen one day, but...
As 2 mums at different stages in life.
So what's the sound of that A?
Ready for the Lewis girl night out, yeah?
Both try and hang on to their supersized broods.
I've already told the younger ones, you can't leave me. And no way, that's going to be awful.
Mum Tracy Lewis lives in Bournemouth with her husband Pete. They have 12 daughters and 1 son. Tracy has spent over 10 years of her life pregnant, but at 48, her brood is complete. The eldest daughter is 29 and the youngest is 9. Tracy has bonded with the girls by steering them to success in the world of beauty pageants.
You own the stage. Everyone's talking about Chantal. That's what we want. Put some more lipstick on.
But the kids are starting to move on and move out, leaving Tracy to try and hold on to them in any way she can. Meet the Lewises. At Tracy's house, only 9 of her 13 children still live with her.
All these to fill yet, you know.
Yeah,
Many mouths to feed today.
that's right, and don't talk to me because you'll slow me up.
Yeah, OK.
Tracy is determined to keep her offspring close, so every Sunday she and husband Pete invite all the kids round for a roast.
Sunday lunch is normally an open door for all the children.
To try and tempt all her kids home, Tracy always makes sure that there's more than enough food to feed the whole family. Today, Pete, who spends his days working as a mechanic, has peeled 5 kilos of spuds, prepped 3 kilos of mixed veg and cooked platefuls of stuffing, Yorkshire puddings and 2 whole chickens, even though they don't know whether the kids will turn up.
We're normally plated up and covered if they want to have lunch. It is special for them and ourselves that we're here for them.
If Dad's cooking or Mum's cooking, it's as if they know they can smell it.
If one of us can't make the family get together, my mum will be very disappointed.
You'll hear about it for a whole week with Mum.
Having a big family and the family getting smaller, it is strange because you don't ever think that day's going to come. I never encourage any of my children to move out.
But when you have 13 kids, many of them adults, there will always be someone leaving. Tracy is about to lose her only son. 25-year-old Charles is moving out of home and in with pregnant girlfriend Maddie.
Have you been getting any advice from your sisters that have already moved out?
Yeah, don't move out.
He will be back.
You can't come back because we can't all move in here.
Why are you saying that?
I'm just saying, I'm just making sure that you're aware.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Is that the lot, yeah?
That's it, yeah.
Yep. Dinner! Portia! Chasney!
Keeping the children as close as Tracy would like isn't always easy.
Charles! Chantal!
Today, 3 out of the 13 haven't turned up.
Chasney!
You're here, right?
When the family all get together, Tracy likes to indulge the kids
Waitress.
by waiting on them hand and foot.
Well done, I'll enjoy.
Tracy, there's gravy here if you want any more.
Get the gravy.
Georgia likes extra gravy normally.
Anyone for gravy? More gravy.
I do, I love it. With having so many girls, it's just like, once we all start laughing, I sit in poor Pete's ears.
Bangers and mash.
Today has been Tracy's last Sunday lunch with Charles still living under her roof. In 4 days' time, she will have to let go of him.
I don't know whether Charles' room will ever be empty because he has so much equipment and stuff up there.
Well, it's clear that he's outgrown the house, hasn't he?
Yeah. You like to keep hold of him forever, but you can't.
Mm.
With Tracy having built her whole life around being a mum to so many children, the thought of them leaving home is particularly hard.
In time, when all of our children actually leave home, it is going to be very sad. I think I would be absolutely choked for a long time, you know? They'll all be my babies, but Charles is my only boy, so we've got our own little bond as mum and son. I will miss him very much.
"37-year-old Tanya Sullivan's got a while to go before most of her kids leave home. She lives in Kent with husband Mike and their 11 children, 7 sons and 4 daughters. The eldest is 19 and the youngest are twins, aged just 1. But devoting her life to children means that Tanya isn't ready to stop. She's just increased the numbers by giving birth to her 12th baby, and it's a girl.
Oh my God!
She now has 5 daughters.
Well, the girls are catching up. Yeah.
Whilst Tanya recovers in hospital, she's left 19-year-old Ben and 13-year-old Caitlin in charge of the 8 youngest.
I don't even know how many nappies I've changed the last few days. I try not to think about it, to be honest.
We don't rely on babysitters, we never have. We don't have a family circle or babysitters or childminders or anything like that. We've always been independent.
The kids haven't yet heard the news from the hospital, but the boys are hopeful that there'll soon be a new brother joining their gang.
I want it to be a boy. I want it to be a boy. I want it to be a boy.
Do you think your mum's addicted to having babies?
Yeah, she's really addicted to having babies. She's had 12 so far.
It's Dad! Hi. Hey, everybody. What? Dad's calling.
Are you going to be in for a shock?
OK. Everyone.
Can you hear me?
OK, stop now.
Yeah, the baby's born.
Yay!
Shh, wait.
What is
Know what it was?
Yes.
It's a girl.
Really? Another girl?
Yeah. Another girl.
You can't have a boy, it's a girl, OK?
What's his name?
No, don't cry, please. It's a girl. Ollie's crying because he wanted a boy.
Oh, well, maybe next time. I'll let you get back to them.
OK, bye.
Like your younger sister.
You're not happy?
It's a girl!
Why are you not happy?
And the girl will beat us!
2 days after her caesarean section, Tanya and Mike return home with baby Isabel.
Right, come and meet your family. Hello.
Baby! It's your sister.
Who's this?
When they got married, Mum asked Dad how many babies he wanted. Dad said none, but because of his accent, it sounded like he said 9. So that's why so many babies have been born. Yeah.
For Tanya, who had her first child at 18, being the mum of a big family is the most important and lifelong job there is.
I couldn't imagine my life any other way. To me, it's everything being a mother. There isn't anything else. Mums are important, aren't they, to children? They shape their children, they mould them from a young age, and it's our responsibility to make sure that we're raising children with the right morals and the right values and the right character.
Tanya will now need to adapt her life with her 12th child as she tries to manage the household, homeschool her kids and provide for her family. Meanwhile, she's got a tricky task ahead to keep the other 11 close to her apron strings. When you're compelled to have lots of babies, Trying to keep them close to you as they grow up can take over your life. 48-year-old Tracy Lewis's brood is complete, and the 13 kids she has are slipping out of reach. Son Charles is set to leave home this week. But Tracy has 8 girls, 4 of them over 18, still living at home. And she's doing everything she can to make staying a 5-star experience.
Pete and I always had a joke that we're like the manager and the manageress of a hotel, because it is like running a hotel.
5 of her girls are getting ready to enjoy a night out. And with Pete's help, Tracy is preparing to serve them food.
Just doing a couple of snacks for the kids. They're going out, the older ones are going out tonight, and just having a couple of snacks because they probably won't be eating much, you know.
Soak up the alcohol, I think.
It's to help them get some food in their tummies.
Tell us how you're getting into town.
As always, Tracy is chauffeuring her girls into town.
3 blondes, 2 darks.
All I do is think about everyone else, and I literally run my legs off. You know, I run around for the children. I don't care about myself, I just worry about them all the time.
Ready for the Lewis Girl Night Out, yeah?
The older ones are reluctant to move out because we've made such a fuss of them. They enjoy it, you know. They're just quite happy to stay here forever.
We are sisters, we are family. I've got all my sisters with me. Everyone can we see we're together.
As well as running around after her 13 kids, Tracy has always worked. This morning she was up at 5:30 for a shift at her local garage. It's now 10 p.m.
Mum, Dad, you all right, Pete? OK, I'll be back shortly. 15, yeah?
The girls tend to stick together, and at the first bar, the 5 attract attention as a gang. But tonight, they're not alone. Not wanting to be separated from them, Tracy has decided to join them for a drink. Despite promising Pete, she'll be home in 15 minutes.
My kids are my best friends, and we go out, and who needs friends really when they've got all that many daughters, and you know, there's always something going on, there's always a bus somewhere.
It's midnight, and Tracy finally leaves her girls to their night out.
The girls have dragged me in with them, they wanted me to be with them, and now I'm going to be in trouble with Pete again, but he knows me, so I'm sure he'll forgive me. I hope so anyway.
Two hours later, and Tracy's back again to pick up 2 of the 5 girls. Having time to herself is less important to Tracy than doing everything for her many kids.
It still leaves me 3 though, doesn't it? Still leaves me 3 to pick up yet. So I've been up since 5:30 this morning. It's now like 2 o'clock in the morning. I still haven't been to sleep yet. Yeah, I'm still running around. So there you go.
I thought you, as you get older, you would sleep, but it's like having babies again. And some days I don't even get to bed.
They don't want to get a cab home on themselves because they know Mum's silly enough to go and pick them up. This taxi driver takes his sign down about 9 o'clock.
Boys, can you make your beds, please?
In Kent, Tanya Sullivan is up and about after her caesarean section. Her love of having ever more children means she's got an increasing amount of housework to do. With 5 kids in cloth nappies, there's a lot of washing.
Oh, I've got to tidy up the kitchen, fold the nappies and put them away. Got to put some more laundry on. I think we've got some laundry in the dryer to come out. Got to do the hoovering. And I'm sure the children will follow me undoing everything I'm doing as I go.
The boys put your text box on.
Right, no, I'm trying to tidy up. We've got to tidy up, please. Tidy up. I knew it. They just follow me. I've come to the conclusion that we're never going to have a show home. There are always going to be toys and books and shoes and coats. But the thing is, I look around and I think, oh, one day all this will be gone. And it would feel so strange, I think, after all this time. Cups, 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 as if there aren't enough children. They'll have a drink and then they'll get a new cup out the next time they want the drink. And everyone says, I don't have a cup. And you say, well, whose cup is this? And they all go, not mine.
Despite having baby Isabel to look after, Tanya still has to be mum to 11 other kids.
Right, so what's the sound of that A? So
And for 4 of those, she's also their teacher.
it's assumed that a new baby coming into the family sends us into chaos, but that's not the case at all. It just carries on as normal and we carry on as normal. Things are no more chaotic than they were before. No, start again.
Tanya is keen for her children to see family as the most important thing in their lives.
Siblings should be closer than any friend. Their best friends are each other. You know, I'd hope that they would never lose that closeness, because it's very sad when you do. You know,
Have you got brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I've got one brother. I'm not close. It would be nice to have family I was closer to. I suppose in a way that is what I'd like to see my children is, you know, different to what I have.
For Tanya, homeschooling is a way of building relationships between her children, as well as allowing them to think differently.
If they were at school, then there is a lot of peer pressure at school, and but I think, you know, with today's age of social media and all the rest, you can't escape it anyway. It's always going to be out there.
Tanya keeps a close maternal eye on the activities of her kids. They don't watch mainstream TV and have restricted access to social media.
There's a lot out there, and we do have to be vigilant and aware of what our kids are watching and seeing. It's not controlling, it's you're giving your children the opportunity to think for themselves rather than going along with what everyone else is telling them to do.
Both Tanya and Mike work from home. Mike is a carpenter, and Tanya, after her recruitment job ended 7 years ago, now runs a website about big families.
I don't miss having to go out to work, you know. I mean, I'm quite a homebody anyway. I use my computer to do the shopping and any holidays or... And plus, I don't answer the phone. People know, usually, if they want to speak to us, they'll have to leave a message and then we'll call them back. No, I don't really like talking to people.
With Tanya keen to maintain a tight-knit family unit, she will soon be looking for new ways to keep them independent. In Bournemouth, Tracy's son Charles Lewis is leaving home to become a dad.
I can't believe that something's actually in.
And today, he and girlfriend Maddie are at the hospital for their 12-week scan. Determined to keep Charles close for just a bit longer, his mum Tracy has decided to come along too.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It was very incredible.
I was so happy to have Charles. He's my special boy and he knows that. I think boys do tend to look out for mum, and then the girls are like nagging me sort of thing, you know. He will stand in and sort things out, so I am going to miss him so much. So it shows that white all the way back down the back. Yeah, you can see.
This is baby's bladder here. I think Tracy's very much involved in all of their lives at all times, but I don't think Charlie would want it any other way.
He's kicking.
It's amazing, isn't it? That's gorgeous.
Oh, look.
It just brings it all back to me. They're like little dollies, you know. It's just they're so cute and adorable, you know. It's like, you know, they're all yours, and it's not until they're actually placed in your arms that you realise this is for real. This is my whole life now. And
Yes, that's right, isn't it? Whole life.
Yeah, and it changes your life forever. You know, life never be the same once you've got your own little babies.
It's true, isn't it?
Yeah, it's wonderful. I'll always be broody. I don't think I'll ever get that out of my system. Oh my goodness! Charles's beaver top.
But the time has come for Tracy to finally let go. Today, Charles is moving out of home.
So how old was he when he wore that?
He would have been about 6 or 7.
Oh, that's so cute. And you've looked after all these years?
Yeah.
a beaver to a cub.
That's a Cub Scout.
Yeah. Charles Lewis. I was sad when he went on his first holiday. I cried because obviously I've never let him out of my sight, but you can't help it. You still do say to them, you know, go careful, no matter what age they are. That's the things that we cherish. Yes, I'll never be able to part with these. They are your children. You've carried their babies all for 9 months and given birth. They will always all be your babies forever.
Charles is the second child that Tracy has had to say goodbye to this year.
It won't hit me till he's taken everything out, and then I realise he's not here anymore. Get me going, you will. I like to come in here, right, from my bedroom and come in here and have a chat with him. I won't be able to do that no more, Maddie.
No.
You know?
End of an era here, I think, isn't it?
It'd be weird.
Yeah.
You know it's got to happen one day, but...
I know. I know, it's sad, isn't it?
I want to
She's gonna get me going now.
Oh, Charles.
Anyone think you're going away forever?
Mum feels a bit more upset today because it's her only boy, whereas if it was me or Lindsay, it's just another girl. And there'll be no extra attention, but because it's Charlie, I think she's got extra tears.
He's leaving me, but I got his chickens. Oh.
Hey. She's quite sad, isn't she?
Charles has let me have his chickens.
With Charles's departure only hours away, it's going to be hard for Tracy to say her final farewell.
They are our life. You worry about them from the day they're born, and you'll worry about them as long as you're alive. You'll worry about them forever. Doesn't matter what age they are. And that is only the life that Pete and I actually know. We just put our whole life on hold for our kids.
When you have a new child born nearly every year and your whole life is devoted to raising them, the thought of them leaving you can be devastating. Tracy Lewis is having to give up her hold on her only son, Charles.
That's nice. Did you get in there?
I think so, yeah.
He's moving out of home and into a flat with pregnant girlfriend Maddie.
Charlie?
Just 15 minutes down the road.
Which PlayStation are we taking?
What are you going to do once they've all gone?
I know. I don't think about that day, actually. It's bad enough for Charles moving out today. It's really upsetting.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be all right.
It's hard, though.
It'll be all right.
His mum would have had him there until he was in his 40s. She was so happy having him there. And she likes looking after him. And he is special, isn't he? Because he's the only boy.
I feel like I've been a good mother. I've always given them that love and looked after them and been there for them. Sometimes being like, well, what's for lunch, Mum? And get us a bacon sarnie on or something like that, you know? Like you did yesterday. And like I do, I wait on him and make him his cups of teas and all that sort of thing. You're flesh and blood, you do anything for. You run anywhere for them.
It's not only Tracy who indulges Charles. There's a 12-strong army of girls at his beck and call.
I think you should not grab this instead.
He will ask his sisters to do his ironing, or his washing, or come and clean. Or can you make me some lunch, Lind? Or can you make me some lunch, Danielle? Or he'll probably come round and go, hi everyone, here's my bag of washing. Who fancies ironing it?
I don't think I'll be able to manage all the ironing on this, so one of my sisters might be, or actually I think one, I think several will have to help me out. They do take care of me if I need a hand with something. They're more than willing to help out. Sometimes you'll get the odd one that won't want to cooperate, but I think that's part and parcel of mood swings. I think it's good to push the boundaries, see how far you can push them.
I want to have like a bag of the stuff that needs to be thrown out.
Life under Maddie's regime will be very different for Charles to life under his doting mums.
By the look of Charlie's room, quite nervous because he lives a bit of a mess. And also, I can't see what's in his boxes because they're boxed up, so I can't see into them, so I don't know what he's bringing. And so far I've seen 3 PlayStations, so we've seen PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3, and they can't all come to the flat. There's a lot of things that you can leave as well, isn't there, upstairs?
Yeah, there's things.
We've got 3 PlayStations upstairs. I was thinking we don't need 3.
There's things he wants me to give away.
Yeah. I think Charlie's definitely been knighted. It's like Prince Charles, isn't it? He is like royalty there. I think he wants to be treated like a king. I don't enjoy it. Like, I don't enjoy looking after someone else.
Oh my God, Charles. Oh, it's so weird.
Yeah, it's different now, isn't it? Completely empty.
Stop, don't forget. I can't help. It's just so strange. I've never seen the room so empty, you know, just because you had so much stuff in it. I can't help it, it's just so it affects me so much.
Kids, Charlie's going now. Come and say goodbye.
Don't take too long coming back, will you?
Cheers.
Good luck, Maddie.
Bye. Take care. See you soon.
See ya.
Bye.
I won't let anyone in here for a few days because it's still got his smell in here. I still have Charles's presence in here that Mum will have to come and adjust to, sort of thing, you know, that he has now moved on. It's all gone. No Charles, no telly, no, it's all gone. It's so quiet. I felt lost. It's like part of you, so it's gone, you know?
In Kent, although baby number 12 has just been born, the Sullivan family are already thinking about expanding their ranks.
The other day, my friends were saying to me, so is your mum going to have another? So I went, I don't know.
It's like Paddy asked as well, didn't he? I wonder what the next baby is going to look like.
I think that she's going to have about 12 more. About.
Plus 1 million. Maybe a few trillion flown into it.
As Tanya's family grows, so does the shopping bill.
Whereabouts would you like shopping today?
It's fine down there.
Are
We'll
you
take
sure,
it
yeah?
through, thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spending her time at home with her kids means she doesn't often leave the house, and the weekly shop is done online.
I'm just glad I don't have to go out to the supermarket anymore to get it. This, you know, delivery is a lifesaver. But, yeah, it's fine there, thanks.
Every week they get through 6 family-sized boxes of cereal,
This is really heavy, Paddy.
25 kilos of fruit and veg,
Got more.
21 loaves of bread,
Come on, Eddie. You're supposed to help. I'll take that away.
108 pints of milk,
You should have more cheese somewhere.
3 kilos of cheese,
All right, I see it. I see it.
and 48 pots of yoghurt.
Don't stand on the shopping. No. Off. Oh.
Put it here.
Packing it all away. It's just. The thing is, they want to help, and you're supposed to encourage their help, aren't you? But it would be so much faster if I could just do it. Sid, if they don't fit, don't squash them. Where are all the yoghurts?
They're all down here.
Oh.
Ollie put them there.
Right, can I get through and try and do a bit? Because these yoghurts actually need to... They should be up there, shouldn't they? Yeah.
After 90 minutes, Tanya and her kids have finally finished unpacking nearly 30 bags of shopping.
It's normally where the freezer pops open again, isn't it?
But their reliance on a weekly supermarket shop is something else that Tanya would like to be free of. She's hoping to build a life less dependent on the outside world, bringing her closer to her kids than ever. She and the family have started keeping chickens in the garden, growing their own vegetables, and Tanya is making her own staple foods for them to eat.
Do you want to try a bit? Go on, have a bit. Go on. It tastes like ricotta.
To achieve their dream of self-sufficiency, they are now saving up to buy their own farm.
Hopefully, within the next maybe couple of years, we'll be able to realise our dream. But people might think that's weird. If you're not doing what everyone else is doing, you're the minority, so you've got to be a bit weird.
Today, it's Mike's 40th birthday, and Tanya has a surprise in store for him.
I think he thinks that I'm going to say I'm pregnant. In this box, the secret will be revealed.
Dad, can you open it?
No, let Dad do it.
To Dad, we wanted to do something special for your 40th birthday. You will be a farmer for a day right here at home, complete with your very own real-life farm animal to take care of.
In a week's time, the Sullivans' back garden will be turned into a mini farm, and the family will be one step closer to becoming a self-reliant unit.
So what is it about conventional society that you want to separate yourself from?
Oh, I don't like conventional society. I just don't like other people telling us, dictating to us what we should wear, what we should do, what we should think. I'm quite capable of making those decisions myself, thank you.
140 miles away, it's Tracy Lewis's birthday. Despite this, she started work at 5:30 a.m.
Do you want to do lace for you?
and then spent her day attending to the girls.
God, that's been crazy.
Tracy never ever switches off from her family. You know, it's full on, birthdays and anniversaries included.
I trust Georgia doing my hair. She knows just how I want that.
It's also Tracy and Pete's 29th wedding anniversary.
Today is the 25th anniversary of our marriage.
25th?
Today is our 29th anniversary of marriage.
Is it difficult to remember how many years you've been married?
It can be difficult to remember how long you've been married, yes. However, it all equates to the same thing, a long time.
They're going out for a celebratory meal. But with the girls coming first in Tracy's life, she's making sure that Pete is preparing food to keep them happy.
Do you get a day off?
I never seem to get a day off. Days off seem to escape me. Ready?
Yeah, well, you will be.
Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, well, I'm not get ready yet. Come on.
Dad, you look very smart.
Oh, check
You are.
Love the shirt.
You're always
love
making
the
up at
suit.
Dad.
Oh, because I asked to shave as well. Good choice.
Knockout, it's cool.
Do you think your mum and dad deserve a good night out?
Of course, yeah.
Do they go out a lot?
Not really, because I always think about us. We always put us first, so it's nice of them to go out.
Surprise, surprise, I'm ready first tonight. In your own time, Tracy.
I will do, don't you worry about that. Always keep a man waiting, yeah?
Yeah. This is our only night once a year that we do actually get out together.
Right, you're going out. Wait the whole year to go out, you know.
Tracy, let's not miss the moment, please.
Okay.
I only go out once a year because we have so much commitment to our family. There's no really need to actually go out. Peter will have a beer in the house. I'm always running around the children. So it just escapes you because you're happy doing what you're actually doing.
See you later. All right.
Don't kiss them all, please, Tracy. Don't kiss them all. We won't get out tonight.
Georgia. Georgia.
Hello.
No.
Hello.
Yeah.
This is your day.
Yeah. All right, then.
Bye,
I'll see-
Chantal. See you later.
I'll see you later, darling. Thanks, Em. Bye. Bye.
Bye, girls. That didn't take long, did it? On you go.
Finally, Pete manages to drag Tracy away from the kids for their one romantic meal of the year.
Happy birthday.
Happy anniversary.
And happy anniversary.
29 years, eh?
29 years, who'd have thought? Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, thank you.
We don't get much time to ourselves still. We don't get much time to ourselves. You think, oh, once you've got your children grown up, you want to do things yourself. But a lot of that still escapes us, you know, because the demands of a large family don't seem to go away.
It's quite a reasonably cold day, wasn't it? If you remember rightly.
Oh, yeah. Lovely church.
Yeah.
Lovely ceremony.
Yeah. Gorgeous walking down there.
You look seriously lovely.
That day. Seems such a long time ago, but it's not.
Well, no, I don't forget.
No.
No.
But before they've had time to order, Tracy gets a phone call.
Hi, Shan. What do you mean it's all at school?
It's daughter Chantal, who is meant to be picking up the youngest, 9-year-old Portia, from a school concert.
Oh no. Portia's not there.
What do you mean she's not at school?
I just want to go and get her myself now.
Is it a bit hot?
Yep.
With her devotion to the girls meaning that they always come first, Tracy interrupts dinner to see if she can track Portia down.
Hello, I'm very worried. It's Mrs. Lewis speaking. Chantal's come to pick Portia up and she can't get in and she's panicking. Oh, is Portia there? Oh my goodness me, she's just worried to death. Sorry about it, my heart's racing. She told me she's gone to the school and she's not there. Okay, thank you very much, bye. She hasn't gone to the front door.
No. It's enough to give you blood pressure.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Eh? Goodness for that.
But with her many kids getting older, there are now grandchildren on the way. And Tracy's role as mother to a big family is getting even bigger, becoming the family's grandmother. When your life is about being a mum to 13 kids, it can be hard to accept that your role is changing. At the Lewis house, not only has son Charles left Tracy, but her two youngest daughters are moving away from her grasp.
Portia, Shazna, can we start moving your stuff now into your room?
11-year-old Shazna and 9-year-old Portia have always slept at the foot of Tracy and Pete's bed. Now with more space in the 6-bedroom house, there's no reason for Tracy to keep them sleeping by her side.
We haven't had the bedroom to ourselves since 28, 29 years, since we've been able to sort of have our own bedroom, so it's been a long wait.
So how do you manage to have so many children?
Yeah. I'm not even going to go there on that.
Let's put that one down there a minute while I sort this out. When they're newborn and they're by the bed, as a mother or a father, you're forever looking at the cot, checking they're OK all the time, you know, so it's strange for us. There's always one been next to us.
As Tracy is not planning on having any more babies, there will be no new opportunities for her to keep the kids close at night.
Tracy loves having little ones near her, but as they get older, they need their own space. But yeah, Tracy would quite happily have them by the side of her bed.
I've already told the younger ones, you can't leave me. And no way, that's going to be awful.
I do think my mum wants me to stay at home forever because she doesn't want to let us go.
Oh, my goodness, we can get out the door.
With space so tight, Portia and Shazna's bunk beds have been blocking the door to Tracy and Pete's balcony.
I think what we'll have to do
Yeah.
is remember to lock the bedroom in case they move back in when we're not expecting it.
Yeah.
Okay?
People always used to say to me, your children are actually only on loan to you, and I never wanted to believe that because I think, oh no, my children will never grow up, they'll be with us forever. It took me a while to actually think about it, thinking they will all leave you one day.
We're waiting for piggies to come.
Well, they'll be here in a minute.
At the Sullivan household, the kids are eagerly awaiting some new arrivals. To celebrate Mike turning 40, Tanya has organised for the family to practice their dream of living a self-reliant farm life.
I wonder what the neighbours think of this. They've just seen a goat walk up the drive into the back garden. Wait till they see the pigs.
They're trying their hands at keeping animals outside.
They just knocked down the flower pot.
The neighbours probably think we're absolutely mad, but you know, other people have 11 chickens and 12 children, don't they?
Their hoofs grow just like your nails. So you know how you've got to cut your nails every so often? Well, you have to cut the hoofs of goats as well to make sure they're in good trim.
As Mike guides the army of farmhands needed if they're to live as a standalone community, Tanya is preparing lunch from homemade ingredients.
Self-sufficiency, I think it's not having the reliance on other people or shops. It's independence.
But with the family getting through 21 loaves of bread and 3 kilos of butter a week, making our own foodstuffs is time-consuming.
We don't even watch television, so if you think of the amount of time people spend watching TV, we've made a load of food and saved quite a bit of money. 8, 9, 16, 26 eggs. That's nearly 3 days' worth of laying for one lunch. So we could do with more chickens, really.
Does anyone want to try moving pigs around? And, there we are.
Love to just go out and pick the food for the day and get the milk in for the day and our own cheese. Just the achievement and oh.
It all sounds very romantic.
It sounds so rose-tinted, and I'm sure it wouldn't be. I'm sure it would be back-breaking work for Mike. And
You've got to put the board down the side of it. That way, that's
Excellent.
it.
Oh yes, you're very good at
You're
this.
better than me.
Yeah.
Eddie's the little farmer. You can keep the pigs.
Yeah.
I grew up watching the Waltons, and to me that was like ideal family unit, wasn't it? All the brothers and sisters and everyone close. I would probably blame them. Hold them responsible for it. You know, it just seems like ideal.
I can't get out! Dad, he can't get out!
Eddie, you grab one hand, I'll grab the other. Eddie said he's going to look after the horses and I get to look after all the baby animals because I'm good with animals. And plant food. I don't know anything about plants, Eddie. You have to do that.
OK, everyone, lunch is ready.
I can bet who it is.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Happy birthday!
Yes, thank you, everyone.
It would be quite cool, actually, I think, to go and live on a farm and then to be self-sufficient. Obviously, I'd miss my friends and stuff, but then I can always just hop on a train and come and see them once every couple of months. It's not like I really need to see them any more than that.
Dad, shut in the jam when I'm trying to get
Harry, I suppose some people would say, oh, you're a control freak or this and that. This is my life. Of course I'm going to control my life.
What do you think? Would you like to grow your own food?
To a lot of people, our life is very unconventional and maybe our dream of self-sufficiency is unconventional. But we're comfortable with that. You know, this is what we want to do.
Oh, look, Chantal, look at these. They've got mum on them.
As Tracy Lewis's children grow older, they're providing her with a new generation to cling to.
Sort of like, it's very cute, isn't it? It's very, you feel it's very sort of sturdy.
It's not just Charles who's having a baby. 20-year-old daughter Chantal is pregnant. She's starting to prepare for the new arrival, another girl, and future grandmother Tracy is hoping to make herself indispensable.
Right. What sort of colours were we looking at?
Pink.
Pink. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, that one's good.
That is you.
Yeah, that is.
I should have had that for you guys.
I know.
I never had the pink when
no,
you
I
was
know.
all... Oh, I love that, Chantal.
Yeah, so do I.
You imagine when she's all in her little pink little outfits and everything.
Exactly.
I like
have
the
a look,
white
should we get it
frame.
down?
Chantal is, her baby's due, and Mum is sort of on the edge of a seat, waiting to be involved in that.
I love it.
She always enjoys babies of any shape or form.
That's gorgeous. Oh, that's lovely. Which want to get in there?
I know, it does, yeah.
The cries for mummy may turn from mummy to nanny. Can you get this? Can you get that? You know. And it's an ongoing process that we will have children around us.
I like it. I really do love that. I'll be pinching. I don't think Pete and I will ever be lonely because the grandchildren, there's going to be always so much love out there to give, and it's just like another phase, really. We're going to have someone to come around and visit us in old age. That's nice. It really it's light and it really, manoeuvres really, really well, Shan. Like when you think you're in that shops, that, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. To come in here and push the prams around, it gets me really broody. But I've had my children now, so it's looking forward to our beautiful grandchildren. I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like there's one in there already.
I know. Yeah.
It's so gorgeous. I love it.
Who's more excited, you or your mum?
I think my mum. No, I am really loads as well. I think we're both the same. Yeah.
That is my favourite,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's my favourite too.
Is it yours as well?
Yeah, mine.
I think we've got the same idea.
Yeah.
So I think match the lipstick as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Cool, gets me going.
Yeah.
I've loads and loads of cuddles with yours, Chantal.
Yeah.
Yeah? Be lovely.
Being pregnant does bond me and Mum in a special way because she absolutely loves babies and being pregnant, and also she's great for advice. It's like having your own midwife on call, which is lovely.
Lottie is a fairy princess. Look, little pink in there. That's cute. I didn't expect Chantal to have a baby, not yet, but hey ho, she's having her first baby, so we haven't got long to wait now, literally a matter of weeks. So yeah, it's really, really, really exciting.